Ah, yes. Hello. Welcome, listeners, to the Highly Doubted Podcast. I'm your host, KQ Dog, and this is episode 120. We are here. We are live. We are doing a damn thing. Every week, we are hitting y'all over the head with another piece of the Highly Doubted puzzle. The Highly Doubted puzzle. I like that. Whitley's here. Hello, Whitley. How are you doing today, this week?
Fine.
Good. Daryl's not here once again, but he's out doing things, being a working man. I wanted him to be here this week so he could announce it himself, but I'll say it because he ain't here. My man got his CDLs. Last time we heard about him, he was getting his CDLs. Put your good wishes out. Your good wishes worked. He got it, and he's in there. So he's out there, got his own truck, doing his own thing. Shout out to DB. But Steve. Also Greg is not here as well, but Travis is here. Shout out to Trav. He wasn't here last week, but he's here this week. Shout out to Travis again. You know, the Hide Out of Podcast is always being consistent, trying to make sure we have all the pieces in place. Greg, make sure whatever you got to do, you get it done. We talked about that. But yeah, man, make sure there, all of the listeners, all of the watchers, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast. Did I miss anything in terms of viewership? Wherever you view us, wherever you listen to us, check out the High Dollar Podcast. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. All of that.
I'm glad you actually said it this time because you
Yeah.
didn't say it in the last one.
I'm trying, man. It's like a script. I need to get the script on, I need to get the script for. And then we're sponsored. No, we ain't there yet. We're going to get there. We're going to get there with the sponsorship. Trust me, it's going to get there. Why can't I lean back? What the hell's going on back here? But yes, we have a great episode for you guys. We have topics today. Before we get into topics, Willie, do you have anything you want to talk to the people about while I try to get my mic right?
No, today's your day.
It's my day.
Today's your day.
My day.
I ain't had no topics today.
Oh, shucking jiving.
Today's your day, sir.
All right. Well, let's get to it, man. This week was very cool for your boy KQ. I was able to serve the people at the. I gotta have my phone because I want to be correct, and there's people and stats and all this good stuff that's involved with this. So I want to make sure it's correct, and for the listeners and the fans of these people. I was at the NHRA drag race tournament the weekend in Concord, North Carolina. As you see, your boy was out there serving the people, but watching these beautiful, elegant, expensive cars make a lot of noise for no damn reason.
Because they can.
Oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Fast.
You need to ear things
I
immediately.
am speed.
It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, it was very explosive. Got to figure out ways to describe it because it was just, if you weren't there, you weren't there, and it's hard to just use your words. I wish I had enough footage, but again, I'm working, so I can't. I'm working, and I think that says enough. But for what it was worth, if you like the monster truck type of scene, you like the dirt bikes, you just like a lot of noise and a lot of machinery just doing things. That is where you should have been, in Concord, North Carolina. I'm going to name out the winners of this year for what they have won.
How many races were there?
A bunch, a lot.
Is that including the ones that you posted, or
yes? So
are those actual races?
Yes. So
did you see what he posted?
Okay, so I'll break this down for you guys if you do not know what I'm speaking to. So the NHRA drag race tournament, it goes like this: Friday, qualifying day. These are qualifying days for every and all cars, all qualifications.
Is that why Saturday was really
the day?
Saturday,
day, right?
Well, it was traffic is busy out here.
Yeah. So Friday is for all of the people who are trying to qualify for Saturday, right? And that's everyone, including independent people who have their own money to put their money where their mouth is, under their engine, and they race their own cars to try to qualify for these races.
Put enough money on their engine.
There were some unique models out there. I will always talk about this white hatchback that came out there. That white hatchback came out there trying to do something. Why you ain't get that? I'm working. I can't get everything,
You need to get the things that you want to talk about.
Well, see, you could just put a hatchback out there. They know what it looked like. Imagine that on the road with a Mustang growling 400 miles per hour, thinking it's going to do something. And it did. for like 2 seconds. Not even 2 seconds, like 1.4 seconds. Like it
did it get to the finish?
Yeah. But see,
Was it fast?
it was faster than what I thought it was going to be.
Ah.
And I think the car that it was racing thought it was too. Because I was like,
So he beat him.
No. It's, like, at the end, it's like, come on now, let's get real, y'all. Like, it's
Let me stop playing.
If you ever seen, yeah, exactly. Like, let's put it on the show for the people to make you less cute, and then get them out of there. But there were also other people who had cars that were catered to the actual qualifier. So they're like Ford stocks. So you would have to have a Ford car of the variation and all sorts. But basically, you're trying to qualify for a time. Your time is specific to your group. If you're trying to get under 10 seconds, then that is a 10-second race. If you're trying to get under 8 seconds, 3 seconds, etc. Right? As it gets later in the day, the bigger the cars.
Wild.
As the cars come and go, and as the day goes on, the big boys are coming. The big boys and girls are coming, because there are some women out there who got some engine in that motherfucker too. So yes, they coming outside trying to get to A to B under 3 seconds, and we're gonna shatter everyone's eardrums while we do it. Every time. Fires coming out the thruster. Boom, boom. Niggas ain't even come. Niggas ain't even start. Niggas just come around the corner and just set up. Like, damn. Hey, I might echo the hell out of this, but this is, listen, my audio been acting up. If this is the time to echo, this is the perfect segment. It was like that. Okay, just echoing, crazy, blasting everything. And not for nothing, if you blink, you miss it. If you blink, you miss it. It's that fast.
I blinked and that dude did not miss it. Okay, I'm letting you know right now.
I mean, there were a couple ones that were fun.
The one that you posted, I was like, what happened to his engine? Like, do you know which one I'm talking about?
I don't know which one.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? No. The one where he's going, like, it's the long one, the long nose one.
Yes. Oh,
and then I don't know, he was in the second lane closest to you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody took off, and he.
Oh,
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
So this is some of the sciences I was learning while I was watching. So there are technicalities even in these races. Certain people are going more than once. This is very relatable to track. If you've ran track, you know what I'm talking about. Certain people, certain racers, drivers are not necessarily in to win. They're in to qualify, right?
He did not qualify.
Some have already qualified and they still have other races where they don't have to go and push their car to the limit because they already qualified. There are some times in track meets where you have already qualified either in a race or a meet and your time is already solidified. You can go and to the next track meet. You may not win the race. You may not beat your time, but the time that you already had you qualified to go to state, to go to regional, to go to XYZ, right? So that also qualifies with other cars. So, and flat out, there are times where they clutched out. You pressed the clutch too hard, and you burnt out, and this is the fact. And you can really see it from the team members' reactions. Like the people in their lane will give you everything you need to know in terms of if that was supposed to happen or not. And times and not.
So was that supposed to happen?
That particular time, I think that was a qualifying situation. I think that person already qualified. I think they already needed to do what they need to do. They just wanted to go for stats in terms of just beating a certain time after a certain distance.
That man didn't even go anywhere.
I want to say it was a woman, but again, there were times where certain racers did not need to go push their cars to the limit because they already had their qualifying time to move forward. So again, Friday was qualifying day.
Then why go?
Assurance, because other races might beat your time.
But you're driving slow, like, yo.
Listen, I don't make the rules. I just follow them, and that's what they told me.
I'm not gonna go.
Or I might be wrong. Qualified. People in the comments, tell me if I'm wrong, and I might be wrong. So forgive me if I am misstepping or being inaccurate with certain parts. But I do believe certain racers can go again, or if their time has been beaten, they can go again in another type of race because they have different cars for their
Hmm.
for their thing. So they don't necessarily have to be the best at everything they do. They have other cars they're racing. If there's a sponsor, they have multiple cars in multiple categories that they're racing to where they don't have to. It's not an all end all if we lose this race in this qualifying. We still will be here Saturday to compete in other
Nah, I
races
can't go
because of
out
our
like that.
cars. Well, that depends on the racer, right?
I can't go out
That
like
depends
that.
on the
That was,
team and the crew.
bro. They were literally at the finish line, and he was still at the start.
Certain ones lagged out. I will say, is that that's the
Yeah, just leave
that's
it.
so I will say that Saturday was the day for championships, finals, really big kahunas, the big names. Fox was there doing all the interviews to make sure that they saw everything in the 3 seconds that they were racing. So yeah, let's get to it. Sean Langdon, he won his 1,000 top fuel race in NHR history on Sunday at the ZMAX Dragway, defeating Tom Stewart, Justin Ashley, and reigning world champion Antron Brown in the final quad in the 15th annual American Rebel Light NHRA 4 White Nationals.
I got a question.
Yes,
Are men going against women in this?
yes,
Okay, okay. All
yes,
right.
they are, and the women kick ass too, right? Uh, Ashton Frock, Dallas Green, and Matt Smith also won the fifth of 20 races during the 2025 NHRA Mission Foods Drag Race Series season. In the championship round, Langen powered a 3.714. That's 3.714. And they are going the same distance as other cars that take 10 seconds to get there. That shit loud, but boy, the boys was going, boy. He did 3.71 seconds at 330.63 miles per hour in his 11,000 horsepower future engine solar drag star.
How much horsepower?
11,000.
Ah,
Now,
damn.
you guys need to understand something. This is four cars doing the same thing at the same time. His car alone is doing 11,000. There's four of the cars. This is 400. I'm sorry, 40,000 horses going in the same in the same area. Just y'all
I
can't.
didn't even think horsepower could go that high.
Boy, let me tell you something, man. You got to see it to believe it, and you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it. I will say also, I want to get to the woman because the woman did a very good job. Ashley, where is she? Where is she? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give you a little bit of time because I want to give this woman her credit. She did a very good job.
Hmm.
It just says Ashley, and I don't like that. It should have her full name here. Oh, Justin Ashley. That's not who I'm talking about.
I was about to say that was a dude that you had.
That ain't who I'm talking about. Where my girl at? Where my girl? They gonna talk about my girl. Don't do that, NHRA. Don't do that. The men were good, but the women were good too now. Oh, you sons. Listen, this sport is very, very high octane. And I appreciate everybody who was out there because not the people who were in the suite with me, because that's some epsilon VIP. I'm talking about the people outside, sitting outside with their bare ears raw dogged by this noise every single second for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 6 hours.
I would love it.
6 hours straight of your ear getting banged on. Pause.
I would love it.
But it was a wonderful thing. So Saturday was the day to get the championship. Sundays was also a championship day, but that was really more so of like the last of the championships, the final championship stuff. All of the
Mm.
people that were there were well renowned in this sport.
You
Um,
seen any black people?
Interviews, yes. Actually, the I want to get to him actually since I can't get to my girl since they not gonna post, they ain't gonna talk about her. My dog,
Oh, the one that broke the record.
yes,
The girl.
yes, and we're gonna get to her. I swear we are. Where's my dog at? Because I know Antron Brown. There we go. Because he was the reigning world champion, 4-time champion. Actually, he was very
Oh, he
popular.
black.
Yes, he is black
Oh.
man, 4-time reigning champion. He actually was very popular down in the venues where you can stop. All of them had their own little pit stops where they
Hmm.
were working on the cars. Their guys are doing. There's a place where you can just watch and just watch them doing what they do. When they come out, make way, let them go out there. You follow them. They got their own little entourage. There we go. Everybody had an entourage, and he
Could you go
definitely.
down there?
Yeah, I went down there. It was dope. I saw them. It was open for the public, and it smells like gasoline and
Oh
nitrogen.
my god!
Uh, you know,
I think I'm getting
I
aroused.
wanted it. Oh, God, here we go. It was very, it was a lot of smoke, a lot of just. There is no fresh air. No,
You don't need it.
there is no breath of fresh air. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think a moment because the suite that I was working in very air conditioned because it was very hot outside, but very air conditioned. And let's just say a lot of people are in there. It's a lot of things going on. You want to catch your breath. You want to go outside. Going outside is not a a moment to yourself. That's more people on the other side and loud, loud, loud shit. Because now you ain't got no glass or door to block out the noise. So now you just in the shit. So you got to pick your poison. But no, for what it's worth, you try to take a breath of fresh air. You're getting a whole bunch of smoke and fumes and all that shit. So
Lovely.
put a mask on. No one had mask. Ugh, I'm playing. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Everybody. It was a good
You get
time.
immune to it.
Of course, as I was working and I had to move around. Of course, the noise I will never get immune to. That shit was overdosed.
You like quiet anyways.
It wasn't really, but don't do that. This is supposed to be noisy. You said it yourself. Even the way that it's built for the
Yeah,
echoes
the
and the
the yeah,
noise
the
to,
dome is built.
yeah,
Not dome, but like
the way that they built it, it's for all the noise to be
heard.
elevated. Yes, so it's doing its job tremendously.
It's like a what shape? What shape is that?
It's more like a
It's a half semicircle.
yeah, like a horseshoe type of situation.
Yeah, there we go.
Like a horseshoe to make sure everything is encapsulated inside of when the noise comes.
Could you imagine if that shit was indoors?
There have been some that have been indoors, and I remember doing monster truck jam and stuff like that indoors, and that shit is loud as hell too. Shit is loud as hell too. I used to cry. I was scared. I couldn't enjoy that shit. I
I won't
couldn't
go to
do it.
that.
I couldn't enjoy it.
Someone asked me to get on the back of their motorcycle today while I was doing deliveries, and I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna get gas." Cause I was looking at his Honda. It was a Honda. It's a Honda, and I was like, cause it said some type of name on the front. And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Yeah, it was a CBR, but the name I think it like said Shelby or something. I was like, he had to have just put that on there because that I've never seen a name on there. But it was a Honda CBR. And he was like, "You gonna take it for a spin? I'll let you drive it." I was like, "This is tempting, but no, no, I'm sorry,
What color was it?
black and red."
Mm.
Yeah,
Machinery at its best last weekend. There will be a street takeover in the same location in June.
what you mean?
So come back to me around that. I will be working that. I've already been confirmed that I'm working that. So
Like the main street, or is this? That's like what would we say here?
I do not know.
I need you to
I'm new
find
here.
out.
Well, I'll figure it out as I get more information. But like I said before in the last episodes, this is me getting into the motor speedway events and the motor speedway business, and this is how wait till that Coca Cola 600 boy. We'll talk about that. So I talked to let's not a bone to pick. I'm just realizing things. I'm starting to realize where I'm at and realize what I'm doing in life. We were talking about Coca Cola 600. I was like, yeah, really, yeah, get you some tickets. Get you and Andrew some tickets to go to the Coca Cola
You didn't
600. It's dope as
realize
hell. Go ahead. It ain't nothing.
when you okay, Travis. So when you look, have you been to a concert? What concert?
A bunch of Drake and Future.
Okay, Drake. Say you're paying for a Drake ticket. How much do you see on there? Like what was the like? How much?
Back it was a wow. That concert was a while ago. It was about 150.
All right. So when the thing said, when you clicked it said 150. When you went to check out, it was not 150.
Yeah, them tax for them tickets be crazy.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
This motherfucker. How much did you say the ticket was?
So
Exactly.
so so the tickets was $71 a piece.
No,
I
no,
didn't know. Okay, let me
no.
stop.
We
My
gotta
bad.
say it the way you
All
said it.
right, all
It
right.
was. He said it's two for $70. He said that's good. I said that's $70 each. I didn't even have to look at the webpage. He said that was two for $70. That's $70 each, Kes. No, it's not. It's two for 70. I was like, no, it's not. I don't have to look at it to know that it's each. I said, okay, let me see your phone. I put it in the checkout and I handed it right back to him. I said, tell me the title. I mean, tell me the amount. He said, oh, yeah, that's not
The
70.
total was 207, and I was like, "What the hell? What the hell are they doing?" And I looked at the details, and I saw service tax, I saw mobile tax, I
There
was
was
like,
taxes on
"What the
taxes.
hell is wrong with y'all? What the hell is
They do
wrong
that.
with you
You've
people?
never been to a concert either,
No,
so he's never
you
experienced the
animals."
taxes. That's why I was like,
Let me be genuine in my take. You sons of bitches! How dare you? This is what they do to y'all. What
yes.
the hell is yeah? The nerve.
That's why I was like,
I'm
you've
coming
never been.
from
That's why I asked you, Travis, because he's never been to a concert.
I am speaking from experience. I'm sorry. I have been working these concerts. I have been working these basketball
Fucking
games.
spoiled
I
bastard.
have been working these events that I have been, talking about. So I don't know what's on the ticket. I don't know what's on the ticket. I don't know how much people are paying to get in here to have this loyal, wonderful experience.
And you're in the
Let
VIP
alone
section.
the services that I'm doing and the suites
Exactly.
that I'm doing. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought the
He's like,
Coca-Cola
you should come. He was so excited. He's like, you and Andrew should come. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, no, we shouldn't.
I
I was
started
like,
to
I want some free tickets from you. Yes, give me that.
I started to get a little bit immersed in my surroundings of where I was working, and thought that if this they could do this, then of course we could do this. The what they could do this and that, yeah. So again,
Is it because what they look like?
no,
I feel like it
gotcha,
is.
tried it, no,
I feel like it
no,
is.
no. You want to know why? Because every person, and this is a learning experience. Every person that I have seen in a venue that I've worked, respectively, it matches what it is. Regardless of it, there has to be a look for VIP, or there has to be a certain way. The people that were
I'm
in the
talking about people that weren't inside the VIP because you did wander. I know you
I did.
wandered.
Well, I did. But I mean, at the same time, I don't want to make it seem like, oh, this person can afford VIP. But I am saying the people that were in VIP and the things that they were just looked like, whatever, they had shirts of racers. They actually had like tickets and like certain things that they were like checking. Like these are like fans. Like these are super fans. You know what I'm saying? So like they paid the money to get in this comfortable area. They gonna get the noise, but not nearly as much because of this fucking glass. Some of them go outside. Some of them stay outside because there's a balcony for them and they do their thing. But I mean, in terms of who they are definitely super fans, and they want to get the best seats in the house and eat and have all the things to where they don't have to miss a second. And after we got to talking to them, because they're good people, they really just talked about where they're from, what they do, and like they all just grew up loving fast cars. They all grew up,
Yes.
in the old times, respectively. To just say, hey, when I was in high school, my mom, my dad gave me a 1974. It was so amazing. I drove it, and me and my friends we raced, and they don't do this no more. But back in the days, we used to do this in Texas. A lot of people weren't from there. They're from Texas. They're following these racers
Yeah,
from
they follow them.
venue to venue. So like earlier, I want to say 2 weeks from this race, they were in Vegas. Some were in Vegas. Some had the Vegas shirt on. Some people
Wow,
were
really?
collecting. Yeah. So like these people are really
They got
just
to be retired.
shoot, man. Listen, however you want to spend your money and how you want to
No,
support
I'm
your
just saying
people.
they have to be retired to follow them. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, to the point to where they really just like they follow them, and they follow them with VIP VIP status. Like if I'm some people have RVs, and that's where you see them. We drive by them all the time. But like, and I
yeah,
wanted to ask, and I know this is a long-winded segment, but this is I guess my final question. Those RVs that be there, are those people that just like live in there for the night and then wake up in the morning and then just go in there?
what do you mean?
The VRs that are outside the venues, we always see them and they're just dormant. They're just there. But when I was working,
No, actually, people live there.
so what I was asking was the people that live in there. Not let's say they're traveling with the racers, so they get a spot in the area where we do have that RV area.
Mm-hmm.
They can park there and stay there all weekend overnight.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I
They
didn't
pay
know
for
that.
that spot.
That must be a lot of money. That's a lot. Shout out to all the fans,
And
man.
people like actually like live there. Like sometimes they don't
Yeah,
move with the racers; they actually just live. That's why you see them stationary ones.
yeah.
And we fucking DoorDash, we be delivering to them. And they be like, "Oh, I'm at slot 17. Where the fuck is that?"
No, that's facts, man.
It be on the ground. Like, how am I supposed to see slot 17 on the
You're
ground?
not looking. You're not
I'm
looking.
not supposed to be looking at the ground. I'm dead straight.
You're not looking.
You're supposed to put these
Look
up.
harder.
Stupid.
Look harder. So yeah, man. No, I really enjoyed that. It was really great. I can't wait for the next event to talk about because I'll probably be well more versed with what's going on. But it was dope, man.
Next
Dope
thing you know, he
weekend.
can be like, I'm a car guy. Yeah, okay.
No, I won't go that far. I won't go that far. Let's calm it down now. I'm not that guy. I do appreciate a nice car, a nice, good looking car, a nice person who has an outfit that matches the car. That's what they had on the races. You know, some of them had their bikes
Right
and
now, what's your favorite car?
bitchin' Camaro, bitchin' Camaro, bitchin' Camaro. There was a lot of Camaros out there that was really racing. There was actually
Just ask this man a question.
no, it was. I mean a bit, but it also goes with the race though. There was actually a section that was old Camaro versus new Camaro. So like, they
Oh,
actually had old ones versus old versus new ones specifically 1-on-1, and they do their drag. So like that was dope. So Camaros were like,
regular stock engine.
no, hell no,
Okay,
hell no, God no.
so then it
It
can't
was
be.
pro
Did
stock.
it?
I
Did
mean,
it?
it was stock, but it was like pro stock.
I was gonna say then it's not really new versus old because
Yeah, no, like, but okay, I'm glad you said that because the new Camaros are whooping their asses.
that's what I'm like. It's not.
Yeah. So that was interesting. It was dope for a lot of car people because you would want to see the old Yeller, but the new boys, the new Camaros, they built different, man. Built
They're
different.
also more aerodynamic and all that stuff.
Built
Like
different, dog.
that's why I'm like. There's technology now. Like
Well, you got to. Well, there's always the ones who never
that's why
get
I was
tired of the
like.
old
That's
model.
why I was like mod stock or like custom stock. That's why I
Nah,
was asking what type of
nah.
engine was in
Pro
these.
stocks. They said pro stocks. Pros. But it's all just on. Shout out to the NHRA. Shout out to drag racing. See y'all next year. I'm finished with that. I ain't got nothing else with that one.
You want to turn? You want to do Sanders right now so we can turn the mic on?
Okay, no problem.
All right.
All right. Yes. Next topic. This is this is not like a lot of topics, just heavy topics. The second one is something that I'm passionate about, and Whitley's gets apparently is passionate about too. And so this is apparently going to be a segment where I'm going to have to fight for a case.
There's
But
no fighting. You're on the side for players and I'm on the side for owners. This is always how it's been. Any sport topic we have, I've always sided with owners.
So the draft happened this past weekend, and if you have any team that you played for, all 32 teams, we all don't care about who we really drafted. We do. Let's not. Okay, we do care about who we drafted. But the big story was Shedeur. The big story was Shedeur. The big story was how this man was projected to be literally a number one draft pick, and he plummeted to the fifth round. Now, there's a whole bunch of people saying a whole bunch of things, so it's not really anything new I'm going to say, but I do like the narrative that people are saying because I do believe it's a. I don't. I don't. I agree with everyone else's takes, really, from Stephen A. Smith with ESPN. The owners are whack, bro. Owners are whack. I don't think this was necessary to prove a point to send a message to Shedeur that you're not bigger than the program, or you are too arrogant, or you're too. I don't know. The words that I've just been seeing people have used for him as a negative is just so. It's a it's hypocritical because if you have a quarterback who has this type of confidence, regardless of who they are, you're excited because this person has that confidence. Why is it that Shedeur Sanders, who is son of Deion Sanders, who exudes this confidence every day, all day, that's just who they are, rub owners the wrong way to where you have to prove a point to humble him for what? Like the best humbling is to give him the chance that he deserves, not deserves. He's earned this, and if he falls on his face, what do we call that, ladies and gentlemen? We call that a bust. But a bust is allowed to be a bust because they did not do it, not because you want to penalize him and humiliate him to say you're not worthy of a first round. You're going to go to the fifth round to prove a point. I just feel like it was counterproductive as owners, especially because your teams need quarterback. Some of these teams needed quarterbacks. We needed a quarterback. And we decided to join this collusion, which I will use the word that I've been hearing, to where we want to punish Shedeur Sanders for being Deion Sanders' son. If he falls flat, let him fall flat on the field. Let a defensive line handle that. Let a defensive back humble him with 4 picks in one game. You know what I'm saying? Like let a linebacker get him one good time because he wants to scramble out of the pocket. Welcome to the league. That's your welcome to the league moment, not this. And I just feel like the owners just did too much to prove a point. Yes, Whitley, the light is not going to be on. I don't know. I don't have the other cord in for the light. I didn't put it in.
You see me looking at
I
it?
know. I know. We don't have lights on this one. I didn't put it on. Not for this episode.
Like you got lights.
No, I do not. I do not
I
have
was
a
gonna
light.
say why
There is no
you
light.
had lights a minute ago.
No, I didn't have lights. I do. The cord. That cord is not in.
Oh, all right. I
Yes.
thought we was okay,
If you like the lights, we'll
but
do it next time.
anyways,
Mhm.
what's his name? What's that part in that movie? Personal don't make good business.
Personal don't make good business.
Yes,
What movie is that?
Fast and the Furious.
Okay. What what happened? I don't understand.
You said they made it personal,
Yes.
and it's not going to be good business
It's not going to be good business. Well, no. I disagree.
for the fans, and fans want championships. That's what they want. That's what they pay for.
Well, since
But they made it personal,
uh
and Sanders made it personal. So it
yeah,
became not good business, and pettiness was spread around.
yes. I don't want to say it's a one-handed thing. I think both sides kind of played a part in it because I'm really. I mean, I listen to the videos. I really listen to Stephen A. because he's like the main resource of all of
The
it.
main loud motherfucker that be talking all the goddamn time don't know
Sure,
how to shut up.
sure, but accurate still. The thing that Shedeur did do that did hurt his stock, whether or not he was Sanders' son, was not doing the rest of the combine like everybody else. Was
Yeah, who the
also
fuck you think you are?
see that, and that comes and that creates that narrative that an owner would have and an executive would have to say that. So I'm not going to say that Shedeur is wrong or
Actually,
and also the statement he said when on the interview about if you're not I have the quote, if you ain't trying to change your franchise, if you ain't trying to be great, don't draft me. Don't even do it.
what's the
Don't even look at me, player.
the that the what is it called?
Who?
The color? What is it?
The who?
The compound or the camp? Whatever.
Combine.
So isn't that way owners see potential?
I mean, owner. It's not necessary. Yes, but owners can watch the games just like everyone else. But it's
But I
not
know is that how they view
technically.
what they finna buy?
Te-
That's how they view what they finna
technically,
buy.
yes. Technically,
He
yes.
didn't go,
Yes. Yes.
so owners don't know what they purchasing. What you show me here today don't mean shit to what you did in college. College is not the same fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
So come to this goddamn Columbine. Show me what you fucking want to get.
Show me what you can do.
Yeah, show me what you could do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll put some bets on you. I'll pay for you. But since your bitch ass didn't want to fucking go and show your fucking skills, I don't go fuck what you saw in college. Like, show me what I'm buying. Fuck, you want to purchase anything until you see what it is. That goes for merchandise, product. It don't fucking matter. They're not gonna sell something if they don't know what it is. I mean, they're not gonna buy something if they don't know what they're buying.
Sure. And I believe that that makes sense in any situation, not even this, just like you brought with any product. However, however, even though that is even though what you're
To
saying is so
test them.
true, it's very true. I want to make sure what you're saying is on the table because that's very true.
Mhm.
However, we the people that have talked about this who are older than us in their lifetime have never seen a a well confident potential one first round draft pick plummet to the fifth round. It's never happened ever in history, right? So that's the part with regardless of what he did, what he said,
Mhm.
what he missed,
Mhm.
him going from the first to the fifth with that still doesn't make sense.
Has anybody ever not went to the Colorado?
Deion Sanders himself, his father. Cam Ward didn't go either. I'm sorry, Cam Ward didn't do the combine either.
Cam Newton?
Cam Ward, the first
Who's
round.
Cam Ward?
Cam Ward was the number one draft pick of this draft. He went
This
to
draft?
of this draft. He was a quarterback. He
Or
was.
was he doing the same shit he was doing?
What do you mean? Yeah. They are good. Not. Let me be clear. They.
Was Cam Ward humble? There you go.
Okay, Travis. Okay, yes he was. Yes he was. Yes he was. Yes he was. Yes he was.
So I'm looking at Travis. Travis
Yes.
was because you said you was out of the loop. You ain't really been watching shit. So I'm gonna ask Travis. Travis,
Yes he was. He
was
was.
he? Is he humble? He said yes.
Okay.
So
They train together though.
who?
Him and Shedeur.
That means his father taught him to.
No, they just because they're going in the league together, they were potentially to be number one, number two quarterbacks in the league in the draft. They were working out together coming up to the draft. There's a lot
Oh,
of
but you
footage of them
couldn't work
together.
out at the Columbine together.
They both didn't. Both of them did not, like he just
Ah, but
said.
one was humble than the other.
Oh, so this is my point still. I don't understand why that deserves for you to go to the fifth
I'm not
round.
paying for bad behavior.
That's not how is that bad behavior?
What's the number one flag?
The number one
Non-sportsmanship or whatever. What the fuck?
the number
You can
one
get fucking
draft
kicked
pick.
out of a game. You think I'm gonna pay for you to get kicked out?
Then we just said the number one draft pick of this league did not go to the combine, regardless with the same, maybe the same. Let's say he had the same attitude as Shedeur. He didn't need to go because he that nigga, and he was drafted as number one because he that nigga, and Shedeur wasn't that nigga number two because that's why he didn't go. I believe the only difference is because he is Deion Sanders.
Okay,
son.
who's beating who though? Like, have they ever went against each other?
They've never faced each other in a game, but when they talk about who is a better quarterback potentially to go in the league, they say Cam Ward takes the edge.
Okay, that's why that nigga got picked.
Of course, but that's the part where Shedeur is still number two. He should not have been the sixth, seventh quarterback drafted in this league. I mean, this draft. He is.
If number one is humble enough not to say shit, and
Okay.
number two thinks he bigger than number one, let me humble you real quick
So Whitley,
and put you at 5.
and this is where I look at the owners like you're all you're doing is pushing your stick. You're cutting your nose to spite your face because a lot
It's
of
called timeout, sir.
you're
You got
cutting
put
your
in
no-
timeout.
You're cutting your nose to spite your face because you, as an organization, need a quarterback. I'm not speaking on any team, but there are teams in particular who needed a quarterback at this position at this time. They waited for a quarterback. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, before this point, everybody wanted Shedeur. They were waiting for the other teams to get something else so they can get Shedeur. So now, all of a sudden, because of his last minute draft behavior and decisions, it changed your whole viewpoint to look over him for 4 rounds. I'm speaking for my team as well. So that's the part where I'm not even saying like an owner. My owner did it too. So that's where I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't think that was worth it. I feel like
Personal doesn't make good business. That's what I'm saying.
of course. And so that's the part where the Cleveland Browns, who had Shedeur Sanders at the 144th pick in the 5th round, will have him in his will have him to start his career. And this is where it's a kick in the face. You fucking drafted a quarterback before him. You drafted
Brown? Oh yeah,
the Browns drafted
you're
a
right,
quarterback before him. So that's even a bigger slap in the face. And this is where I guess I would.
Oh, where's that? Okay, where's that dude like on the like stat list though?
Nowhere.
Really?
Nowhere.
You lying.
Who is? I don't even. With all due respect, sir, you are. Congratulations for being drafted. But that's what I'm saying. In this league, if you are drafted, if you're the first quarterback to be drafted on a team, there should not be another quarterback drafted
this
after
pettiness. I like this. I'm gonna have to keep watching.
Well, here's the thing, and let's get to the silver lining because I think that's where I want to get to. The silver lining more so is he's in the league, and now he has.
He's lucky
something
he
to
did.
prove. He has something to. He's what?
He's lucky he's there.
He's not lucky he's there. He's not lucky because he earned it. He earned the right to be there. His stats prove it. His on the field talent proves it. And his off the he's not a bad kid
I'm
off the field.
I'm sorry, but if you
He's just very sure of himself. Like that's what
and I
it
don't need
is.
that on my team.
No, but why? You don't want confidence on your team? And see, this is where I think it gets weird
I don't
because
need that person to think he's better than everybody else. This is a team, not I.
I don't believe Shedeur has that mentality when it comes to his team. I believe that because the optics of his dad being his coach for his whole life, his brothers being with him, he has the camera with his brothers. Sure, but there are other players who have that type of bravado, have that same entourage before him. And let's just say it went to deeper, darker things like drugs, like women. So Shedeur is not that guy. Yes, he has everything. Honestly, he is
I
the
love how you're
perfect.
speaking and you think you know him.
It's not even what I know, it's what I've seen. And I'm saying from what I've seen, he is literally the
No, I'm like
at the
you're
perfect.
speaking like you're his best friend.
I know.
That's what I'm
It's
like.
funny because Shedeur represents a pocket of popularity where you can have the change, you can
Mm-hmm.
have the flashiness, you
Mm-hmm.
can have that, but you don't take it too far. He has never taken it too far. He's done exactly what he can do as an athlete, as a young man, as a rich young man, as a man of stature, and he doesn't take it too far. Not with women, not with drugs, not with people he's around. He does everything John Moran should be doing. John Morant should look at Shedeur Sanders as an example of what to do. You could do everything that Shedeur's doing and not get in any trouble. But the NFL wants to make it seem like he's doing something like Odell Beckham or he's doing something like Johnny
Maybe they know
Manziel.
something you don't.
Maybe. And that's where I could have a whole different take in a couple weeks. But I don't think so.
That's I'm like. I think they know something
That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. I would
because
like
if
to
you go to
know.
the Columbine, don't you got to do drug tests and all that stuff?
Yeah, pretty
So,
sure.
but if you don't go, you still have to do the drug testing, right?
I mean, he showed up. Pretty much the reason why players wouldn't participate is basically injuries.
But he just didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And
Like they can choose if they want to do certain stuff. Like maybe they don't just want. Maybe they want to lift weights and not want to throw. They can pick and choose what they want to do.
Crazy.
So the reason why Shedeur would even have for some to say, why does he have the audacity to make the decision? His father did the same thing. His father came and did the 40-yard dash and left. That's it. And he got drafted and he
Okay, but he
dominated the
did
league.
something.
Sure. Yes, but that was still that in this day and age, that could still be looked at as what an owner could a humbling moment. What I'm saying is
Nah, man. If you running means a lot in football.
but in the combine, there's a bunch of other things that come with just the 40-yard dash. You come in only the 40-yard and the 40-yard dash.
But
Just
he did something.
okay, if that's fine. And I feel like maybe if he did something rather than nothing, that would have changed your tune.
Yeah,
But
like if you're saying he didn't go at all.
no, he went.
He went and just stood there.
I guess
That's what I'm like.
my point is the talent that he had that he showed, like other quarterbacks in the past, who were more explosive and had more of a potential
Mhm.
than because of what they showed, had terrible off the field issues. They were notorious for being a party frat guy, drinking and
Mhm.
having
Mhm.
all these things. To where it's like, what are we really punishing right now?
Okay, so take that image, what you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were doing all that stuff. What if they're actually just tired of those type of people?
It comes with the territory. I mean, every
I know,
athlete
but
is
what
not.
if they're tired of it? What if this is them making a stand? As anybody else was doing that? As I'm like, you're just saying him.
What do you mean? Like coming
Was
off as
anybody else?
very
Yeah.
brash and vibrato, saying I'm
Yes.
that. Yeah, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield. Like these are quarterbacks
I mean,
that
what were they saying? Like, were they saying the exact same shit?
I'm gonna
Like, were
change the
they?
organization. I'm gonna come in here,
They were too.
Johnny Manziel was on some.
money team, money team. This whole thing right here, this whole I don't know if you remember that phase in life,
He was living a whole second life.
but that
No,
was
no. I mean, like this draft.
oh no
That's
one's
why I'm
like
like
that.
this draft.
Okay, so you're saying Sean, you're saying that the owners are looking at Shedeur Sanders like a Johnny Manziel, like a Baker. He's not though. That's what I'm saying. He's not that though.
They got real off the field issues.
Yeah, and I think like what you're saying, I agree with because that's the thing. But that's not Shedeur. He He's a young man. He's doing what he's doing. He's not doing anything that would hurt your brand. If he went outside to the club and
But you don't know that.
I'm saying,
They could
okay, go
they
ahead.
could know something.
Okay.
I feel like it's a lot to think about because there was a point where Dion said he wasn't going to allow his son to go to certain teams.
Yes,
And that popped up in my mind. Then I was like, so even I'm pretty sure even if you're a rookie getting drafted, you have to answer the phone and sign some type of contract. What if you don't answer the phone?
So what if he was actually not answering the phones?
So there are things to think about to why he went his draft stock went so low. There are comments that Dion made about him choosing
I
whether
never even thought of that.
there were moments where Dion said in interviews that if he doesn't like where his son is drafted to, he's not going to play there. So that could have rubbed owners the wrong way to show a message, right? So, like I said before, I think Dion and Shedeur said things and did things that kind of made the owners push themselves to make this collusion.
Did he say where he actually wanted to go though? Like he was
No,
hoping?
no, he never said it.
Okay. Do typical players actually say where they want to go?
No,
Okay, so
no.
that's just typical. Okay.
Mhm.
How did he feel when that prank call happened? Like, was he excited to be at the Seahawks?
It was the Saints.
Oh, what
Well,
Saints?
it was a prank call. So the prank call basically was from the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons. His son basically got into his dad's information, got his number because every executive have the draft these numbers, the sell that are only for them, and did the prank call. I don't know. I didn't watch it in the totality, but I mean, I think he thought he was real. I think he thought it was real. But that's not the point. The point was
No,
he
no,
shouldn't
no.
have this.
I had a follow up.
Oh, what was the follow question? Sorry. What was your?
So he answered that phone call.
He
Though.
did answer that phone call.
So that's what I'm saying. Like now I'm thinking like Travis. You probably just didn't answer their fucking calls.
I'm not saying this was the case, but it's just like what if I think it's way deeper than what we know, and I feel like knowing Dion and I feel like it's hard to say if they're cocky, arrogant, or confident. You don't know which one it is.
I believe it's all three.
I was about to say he's definitely sounds like he's all
but
three.
the thing, but I think my point is it's not hurting anybody. They're not taking it. It's on the field swag.
It's not about that. It's not about that. That's what I'm saying.
It's $1 billion bill. You're not about to come to this billion dollar business and fuck shit up.
Thank
the way
you.
you want to do shit.
I don't think that
They're tired of the players.
It's $1 billion business.
They're tired of the players thinking they run shit.
I don't think that him having chains on makes that impression. Jalen Hurts put a chains on every post game and talked about
What do you wait? I don't know what I don't know what you mean.
what is it about then?
What is a change?
Okay, What I was trying to say was I believe that they're saying because he has lots of chains and he has a lot of bravado and he has a lot
You
of
saying
entourage.
chains or change?
Chains. But and so I'm saying what's the difference between him speaking like that before he's in the draft and speaking like he's drafted?
Because college is a different field.
No. I'm saying athletes today who are not as popular as Shedeur Sanders can go in the club and pop they shit like Shedeur Sanders does on it, like we see him. But there is no problem. But they're in the league. What's the problem with him doing it before he gets into the league?
Because who are you? That's any okay.
He's
okay.
earned the right.
No, you haven't.
Yes, he
you
has.
have not stepped on this field.
That's not the point. The point is what have you done on that field for you to be earned on this field? He's
that
proven
field
that.
Don't matter compared to NFL.
You said what?
That's why people say NIL messed the game up a little bit.
Okay.
They can do that now. They getting paid millions of dollars. Shedeur's rookie contract is less than his NIL bill.
Of course.
NIL
Because
deal.
it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's
always about the money.
No, but that's what I'm saying. To this day and age, the kids are making so much money before the league. It's not about the money when it comes to you being drafted. It's about it's about the talent. It's about the talent because it's not about making money. For what I'm saying is for you to be.
You can't really qualify that because he's already had money.
No, but what I'm saying is him on the field and what he's done makes him worth the dollar that you would give a first round draft pick, regardless of him anything that you've seen of him off the field. What he's done on the field.
I haven't seen anything. He didn't go.
No, what I'm saying is no. What I'm saying is the combine is not the combine only is a end all be all if they weren't able to see you fully throughout the season, if you had an injury and to see if that injury is something that's going to be a problem in the combine, or if you just want to up your draft stock, or if you're already at a high draft stock, and this is where you wouldn't go to the combine. If you've already been so up there, you're healthy, everything's good. Don't go because all it's going to do is lower your draft stock if you were to have a bad workout or a bad thing. So that's another reason why they avoid the combine. What I'm saying is him not going to the combine and the reasoning for it should not have hurt him because what he did on the field, like every other executive and scout does, he was already solidified. Every expert analyst looked at Shedeur Sanders before the combine, regardless of his comments, regardless of that, said he's going to be number one, if not number two, when it comes to the quarterback being drafted this year. Everyone, if you like him, you hated him, they saw what they saw with their own eyes and said that's a first round draft pick talent.
I understand.
So what I'm saying is the
I
owners.
got a question for you though.
Okay, so the owners, I got you. The
Go.
owners are the ones who want to make it personal, and that's where we already said that. But it's like, bro, you're only hurting, you're only cutting your nose to spite your face. Like you're only, I don't know, you only hurt yourself. You only look stupid in that. But go ahead. I'm sorry for the question.
Did you go to Poland? Okay. Oh, okay. Um, you're on the football team,
I am.
correct? How did you feel when the freshmen came in, talking all that shit? How did you feel? How did you fucking feel?
This is why Willie is that motherfucker right there.
How did
All
you
right.
feel when your junior year and these freshmen came in hot shit, thinking they was the shit? Did you not humble the fuck out of them?
Yes.
All right, then shut the fuck up.
But hold on.
No. There's nothing else after that. There's nothing else
That's
after
a great
that.
point. That's a great point.
Hales would have humbled the fuck out of them, and you fucking know it.
Hales would have humbled the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I couldn't see nobody giving like. I can see there being an issue if somebody tried to give like a rookie Hayes, like fill his car with popcorn or some shit like they do. I could see him actually getting mad over that shit.
The only way
This is just a bigger high stakes
but see
game.
this is where I feel like this is why bust exists, and this is why I feel like this situation should have not been so overblown because there have been athletes who have been stocked high.
It's not a bust because they actually do know he is that talented. It's
No,
not a bust.
no, a bust, no, you don't know if he's a bust yet. A bust happens once they get into the league. A bust happens once you can only determine if they're a bust once they get drafted high and they do not succeed in the league. That makes them a bust. What I'm saying is you ruined that chance to call him that because you already put your hands into the draft to make him low. So he can't necessarily be a bust technically now because he's a fifth round draft pick. You don't
Actually, he could still be a bust.
technically not because technically not because he's projected as a fifth round draft pick. You don't expect much out of a fifth round draft pick. No one does. So you can't call him a bust. Now from
He's a
technically,
bust because he said he was the shit.
no,
Yes,
that's
because
not.
he stated it. He stated it. He was arrogant. He is going to, not going to, but if he goes in there and flops, then he's still a bust. It doesn't matter
It's not
where
a
you
steal.
were.
It's not a steal. You're a bust once you go in there and you fuck up. Cam Ward is the number
You
one.
said a steal. What? Like you're all right now.
No,
Slow down.
what I'm saying is you can't still be a bust because you said because of what he said he's a bust. You can't be a bust. You're only a bust. Consider that word only comes up once you're on the team, once you've got field, once you got burned, and you are failing. That's is what considers your bust. If Cam Ward, the number one draft pick of this draft, if he goes out there and he shits and does a shitstorm, he's a bust.
I understand. I understand your technicality,
Yes.
but you're not thinking of the actual logic form. If you still speak highly of yourself and you're still you're still saying the same thing, you are very arrogant. Correct. Okay, you go
Sure.
in.
Sure.
No, I'm talking about like picture you.
Yeah, sure.
You're going in. You're saying all these stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the shit. I'm that. I'm blah blah blah. I should have been picked first, second, blah blah blah, this that and third.
Right.
And you go in and you flop.
Yeah, I go to the fifth round.
No. I meant like you're on the field now. Like past that. Like you went to the fifth round. Now you're on the field, still saying the same shit. I'm the shit, blah blah blah.
Oh,
You're still saying the same shit.
probably wouldn't say that no more. But yeah, okay, yeah. And then under those pretenses, sure, yeah, I'm a bust.
Because you know he's still going to fucking say it.
No, he's not. He's probably not going to talk like that. His tune is his the message. Like I said before, the message has been sent. He's not going to talk like that anymore. You've
You want to
humbled him.
bet?
He's not. I mean, the Cleveland Browns, bro. You got to play before you start talking, bro. And that's where now he's in.
I don't
Now we're
understand what
here.
that meant.
What I'm saying is, it's a tough hill to climb. It's a tough.
Travis, he chuckled at it. And I was
It's a
like,
tough hill to
I don't
climb.
know what that
They have a
means.
good team. They have a good team, but in
The
terms of
Browns?
the Browns, but
Oh,
what
do
I'm,
they really?
I mean, they're good. They're okay. But they have good players. The point is,
I was about to
Shedeur
say, when's the last
should
time they went?
they haven't. So it's been a while. The point,
That's something.
Shedeur has a good chance to make a name for himself by being the starting QB at the start of the season. The quarterbacks that they have,
Is he gonna show up?
of course, he's here now. All the I think all the shows, the movie's over in
Mm-hmm.
terms of the road to the NFL. He's here now, so now it's time for him to cut the cameras off and really lock in, especially now under these pretenses. So you have every reason, no reason to have your brothers and with you and your daddy with you. You need to lock in because you have a point to prove. He's literally number coming into this, he should be QB number one. But between him and the other quarterback they drafted, they're going to have to do a QB battle. He should win because he's the better quarterback, and he should start for the Cleveland Browns up this season. And he
Mm-hmm.
should, and because, and this is where it gets hard. I said this before this draft. Who was the quarterback for the Commanders last year? Jalen Daniels. That boy made an all-star grandioso rookie campaign. He got last year this quarterback for the Commanders. His rookie year, he
Who
took
the
them
fuck is the Commanders? We had a team
the
named
Washington
Commanders.
Redskins. They used to be the Redskins. Now they're the Commanders. They changed their
Are
name.
they really?
They did. He
Oh, they need to go back.
last
I don't like
year,
that. Mm-mm.
this brother it was his rookie season. He took them damn near to the Super Bowl. Damn near, I say. But he took them deep into the playoffs. He has set the bar for rookie quarterbacks again before
You
coming
said
in there.
Jalen?
Jaden.
Jaden. I was about to say, didn't he win the Super Bowl?
No, that's
Who?
Jalen. That's Jalen Hurts.
That's how I thought you were saying.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about
Jaden
him.
Daniels is the quarterback for the Washington Commanders. His rookie season
I
last
don't like
year.
that. I don't like the way that flows at all.
But
Commanders.
the bar is
It's
high.
really fucking
The
with me.
bar is high. Shedeur Sanders, the bar is high in terms of what rookies look like, especially off of last year. So you have a lot to make up for. I mean, to do to make a name for yourself. But a lot of eyes will be on him, and we'll see how he does this season. I hope he does well. Little side note, because I know we talked about it a lot. His brother Shiloh did not get drafted. He got signed as an undrafted.
Are they
drafted.
twins?
I don't know about twins. I think Shiloh's older.
How do you get drafted at the same time?
Well,
No. Like,
I don't know.
how do they get put on the roster at the same time though? That's what I'm asking. Like,
I mean, I don't think they're far apart in age.
They had they transferred school, so they both probably had extra years.
like what?
Yeah, that is true. So yeah, the Jackson State
football and COVID.
Colorado. Yeah,
Oh,
Jackson State, and then transferring to Colorado. And they all were able to play together, so they were able to go into the draft together. So Shiloh didn't even get drafted; he was signed as an undrafted free agent by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers literally as soon as the draft was over. Which I also feel like is another kick to Dion. Really, okay. So I feel like and he's a good damn safety as well. He's a damn good safety.
I don't know which position that is.
That is a cornerback, but not. I'm sorry, defensive back. So both of his sons have been drafted under the not under the pretenses Deion Sanders would say it would be, but they're drafted nonetheless. So the hard part's over. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to play some football.
The hard part just started.
That's facts. But
It just started,
that's
bro.
facts. That's facts. But
It just started.
well, listen, I'm excited to see what them brothers gonna do, and I really want to see how it's gonna turn out because yeah, man, it took over it took over the whole draft, man. That was the whole thing. No one cared about. I was gonna talk about Anton Gentry. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I think this is more entertaining.
But as I do too, and I think every other team because we could have got Shedeur. God damn it, we could have got him when he didn't go the first round. I said, oh yeah, we gonna get him. Oh yeah, we got him. Oh, we got him. We had 9 picks in the month. So I'm gonna get on Raider Nation. I'm gonna get on y'all. I cannot believe you joined this collusion bullshit. We should have said fuck y'all and got his ass.
You
round
jumped on
2.
the bandwagon and said it was collusion. I think he just didn't answer the phone now.
We done. We ain't gonna do this. No, we ain't. No, don't be disrespectful. No, I see you gonna not make me like the
I need you to.
no.
I mean, you're gonna have to. He's not on your fucking team. You're not gonna have to like him.
Well, no, I support him in terms of how he was slighted for an opportunity for what he earned.
He did earn that. He earned that spot by
he did
talking all
not.
that shit.
No, he did not.
He earned what he got.
I don't believe that. We'll disagree.
Listen,
But it's fine.
you know I'm on the side with the owners
I
always.
get it, and
Always.
for me, I really felt like Dion is going to still be instrumental in their careers in terms of talking to them and giving them pointers, but he's not going to overthrow the coaching staff and try to be the head coach.
How do you know that? That's something like you don't know
because
that.
this is real fucking life. Like they're not,
and
finna
it's
do
real
that.
life, and I'm telling you, people do that.
First
shit.
of all, Deion Sanders said that he doesn't even want to coach in the NFL, and then he said he feels more impactful in the college space because he actually has more impact with the kids. So he's already made a statement of not even going. Once they go to the league, that's on them. He's already said that. He's verbalized that, and
it's not on him if he literally said, "If I don't like that place, my kids ain't going."
See, you can say that, and I think at the end of the day, okay, but at the end of the day, I really don't think that as an owner, I'm not gonna get butthurt by that because I'm not gonna feel like, well, to show you, I'm not gonna draft yourself in 4 rounds and we need a quarterback. Man, shut the fuck, man, shit.
Do owners actually live in the state that they like
No.
own? No. Okay, I was just about to. Before
And
I
they don't-
asked my question, I
and,
had
the-
to ask
and they
that.
do not care about football. They do not care about football. They care about other things, and football is the last thing
So
on
how
their
do you know
minds.
if it was actually owners?
Because the owners
It
have
could
the
be
only
the coaches that
no,
did this.
no, because everybody who is everybody beside an owner is saying, "What the hell is going on? Who the hell would do
If they
this?"
don't care, who said it was the owners then?
Because nobody has the power to miss a first round draft pick for 4 rounds except for
So
owners.
who's picking, coaches or owners?
Technically, the owners, but the owners are the technically the general manager, the GM. The GMs are the ones who are the ones, but the GMs answer to the owners.
That's something like
Who's
on the stage?
They all in a big room together though.
Yes.
What do you mean? Like every
team, like pretty much like probably at their stadium in a big ass room, office room.
Yes. From the bottom,
they call it the war room.
From the bottom GM,
I like that.
From the bottom GM all the way to the owner is everybody in that room. GM below, no one's coaches. Sorry, and coaches, general manager, and owners.
This
up
is
to
what
owners.
I'm saying.
But only the owner has the control. If they, let's say this, if the Titans was, all right, we're getting Cam Ward, we got number 1. The owner said, no, we ain't doing that. They're not getting Cam Ward.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Right.
But coaches are the ones that are going to say to their GMs, we need this. We want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And the GM is just face to say yes or no. And they do actually have the power to say yes or no to whatever you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
But think about this. What if all the fucking coaches came together and said, no, stop shaking your head because you're making it sound like it's not plausible when it could be.
Okay.
All the coaches came together and said, hey, we're not trying to deal with this type of attitude, because they're the ones that actually have to deal with it, correct? On the field. So why would it be the owner? Because they don't have to deal with anything. They're just face. The coaches are the ones that actually have to deal with this. So they would go to their GM, hey, we don't want him. We don't want him right now. And the only one you could blame it on is actually the owner, because he's the one that owns the fucking team.
That kind of does make sense, because you hired those people to do that job. You might be in the room just listening, but you ain't getting your hands dirty.
Who's going to actually watch them on the field?
This owner might be in there saying yay or nay at the most. He not getting his hands dirty.
Because you literally just said he doesn't care.
You're right.
Who would actually fucking care is the coaches.
Wow, that makes it even deeper. I'm still rooting for you still, Shedeur. Yeah, and you want to know something? I'll adopt that. I don't know how much time we got left, but I'll adopt that only to say, if that's the case, see how much?
20.
If that's the case,
I really feel like it was the coaches.
Then fuck you to the Cleveland Brown organization, because you looked at me 4 times and passed me 4 times only to say, all right, I guess I'll take you now.
It's literally like dodgeball. You're not gonna pick.
It might not be the coach. It might be the whole NFL organization.
That's I'm like.
I feel
It
like
might be Roger Goodell.
You never fucking know, bro.
I feel like that's too much for one. I think
it's bigger than what we think.
I feel, and
that's what I'm saying. Like you're not understanding.
I hear y'all, and I just feel like that's too much. That's too much for one player.
But you gotta realize who's all in that room.
The NFL didn't like Deion either. He made them a lot of money, but he was just like a T.O., Chad Ocho.
He was not.
He had off the field issues, bro.
But I want to say, okay, and
he had the character issues.
And I feel like don't project that.
Son.
Don't project that on your son, or don't project
Apple
that on his son.
Don't fall far from the tree.
They should not have projected that on his son.
But he's acting like his father already.
He hasn't done anything to
that
prove
you
him.
know.
I understand
his father could be paying that shit off, and you don't even fucking know.
Wow. See, and this is.
You said you jumped on your hypothetical bandwagon that you did. Why can't I get on the hip hop?
I'm going off
crazy train.
I'm not saying crazy train. I'm saying I'm going off of what I've seen and what I've seen and what I've heard. Right, and every time I've seen him in the club with his chains on, he with his brother recording him. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. I see them having a good time. I see dudes having a good time. I don't see how that.
But you don't see on when the camera's off.
It's like he doesn't get in trouble with the law. He does what he needs to do, but it's like
there's something there. There's something
there that makes it like when there's something there. And it's like
there's something hidden that he's not like.
This nigga a little cocky. I don't like that.
But that is a problem because we have had players in the past who have had the same, if not
in the past. That's what I'm saying. But they're not going to want to keep dealing with it.
But the thing is, the reasoning behind that cockiness of that player is because of the drugs, the women. They cannot. Let's put it this way: the players in the past who were that arrogant and all that could never be the face of the league. Shedeur could have been the face of your league. Shedeur could have been the face of your league.
You said the bar really fucking high.
He's a clean cut. I mean, I'm saying if Shedeur would have balled out like he's projected to be and take a team successfully, he could be up there like in terms of a face of a league or prominent quarterback. He like selling him to kids, selling him for the NFL to be.
You're making it sound like he's that dude that you were saying,
Jalen. Yes, I'm about to say like a Jalen Hurts. Yes,
not a Hurts, the other one. Then when you said
Jalen Daniels, well, that's different. He has to win games. But what I'm saying is
he gonna have to win games. Then
yes, he is gonna have to win games because that's what it all comes down to. Yes, that's what it comes down to.
As a $1 billion business owner, bro, I don't know.
What, for Shedeur being your face?
Not even just Shedeur, just like I feel like that's why him and Lamar is different people, but I feel like that's why Lamar ain't gonna never be the face of the league.
Lamar Jackson is one
of the greatest quarterbacks
in the league, if not the greatest.
He probably
never
be the face of the league.
He should be the face.
He should be.
What do you mean face of the league?
Like he's on every damn commercial. He's the LeBron of the league. He on every commercial you see. He got his foot in. He got his foot in anything NFL. He's there
in WWE, making appearances at representing the NFL for events and stuff like that. That should be Lamar Jackson because he is box office. He sells out, and he's an MVP.
Everybody loves him,
and everybody loves his game. He's one of the highest.
Stop talking real quick. Okay, go.
No, it's he's one of the highest. He's one of the highest grossing jerseys, and everyone is emulating his game from a college standpoint. He is the Steph Curry.
You can buy college jerseys, right?
Huh?
You can buy college jerseys, right?
Yeah.
I'm about to look up some shit.
Well,
later down the line.
The point is, I believe Shedeur Sanders could have. Shedeur still can. Let me stop saying that. His jersey is going to sell out in Cleveland. Let's put it there. He's going to sell out in Cleveland. He's going to put butts in seats in Cleveland, and he's going to give Cleveland a lot of attention to where all he has to do is win the quarterback position and win football games. That's all you got to do, bro. Shut all this shit down. Shut all this shit down with some W's.
Also, what if it was actually a ploy, like to make him seem like he ain't shit, and then he gonna show out?
You know what? This is my last one.
Okay. I was about to say that's another thought I was thinking about. I was like, what if this is a whole plan for the NFL? Like what if because we all knew Shedeur was gonna be the topic going into the draft. What if as a business standpoint, why not let's let people talk about it a little bit more longer. Let's hold them off, and he's okay with that. It's all an agreement.
Yeah.
What if that's the case?
Did he seem mad?
I mean,
Not
no, he
really.
seemed blessed. He seemed blessed and thankful for
Yeah, he
being
was
for being
blessed. He
selected.
started dancing and
Regardless,
shit.
he jumped into a pool.
Jumped
for
into a
celebration.
pool, yeah.
Yeah. So
It could be just for the views. It could be just for the money and the views.
this is my thought process, and this is literally my last one. My last thought process with this, especially with everything I went down. This is a great, because the game ain't came out yet. Mode for Madden. This is a great mode for a great story mode, if you will, a great career mode for Madden, right? The next video game, the next football game that comes out, and you can base it off of this situation. I was, you know what, I was really peeping, hearing people talking about how Shedeur was supposed to go from 1 to 5, and how they were saying things that sound like sound bites in the video game, like, and this has never happened in the history of the league. And he went from 1 to 5. How can they do this? Go ahead and prove him wrong. I was like, the way that people are acting, it sounds like when you're playing Madden in a story mode, and you were supposed to be drafted high and you didn't, and the generic fucking characters like, I believe in you, man. There's a generic interview like 2K, right? So many moments where like that happens in a video game, and they kind of made it real life. So I feel like it's another selling point for a video game mode.
I got
That's
one.
all.
So can we agree, all of us, on one thing, that there is something behind the scenes that we don't know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Most
I just
definitely.
wanted to address that. Like, I need more.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
I got my tinfoil hat on.
Shit, honestly.
It might come. It's this one of them things that ain't gonna come out till like their careers is over and they got a whole documentary coming out.
Hopefully, but I really hope that he balls out this season. We're all gonna be watching. So
I ain't watching.
I ain't gonna be talking about my Raiders, man, just because he stole the show.
He done moved on to NASCAR. So
He stole the show. No, I didn't. He stole the show. So that was why I wanted to talk about it tonight. Whenever you're listening or watching. That's all I got, man. 2 topics, man, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I said this was all you today.
All right, man. I don't have anything else.
I was just an instigator.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else, man. I was really like the big chunk of 120 really to get it in.
Honestly, we had already talked about
Yeah,
this.
we talked about a little bit too.
We already talked about this.
But you know, who knows?
I told you I was gonna come with different shit.
If it was gonna be a quicker segment, then I would have more topics. But we've already reached that hour mark, so I don't want to, bleed over too much. You'll definitely catch us again 121. Catch 121 Sinners. We will have watched Sinners, and we will talk about Sinners on 121. Okay.
I just need to watch that one.
Best
clip.
believe we will have that ready, locked, and loaded. Number 1 on the podcast list for 121. Best believe Sinners. We're gonna talk about it all. I got Michael B. Jordan shit ready to lock and load. Pause.
This man wanted to go watch it before we potted. I said, we got to pod today, right?
I was trying to sneak it in, but it didn't work. But it's all good, man. I thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Hideout Podcast, episode 120. Travis should have been on this damn episode, man. As much you've been talking, man. Should have got on it, man.
You should have just handed the fucking mic at that point.
I should have. I really should have. But it's all
I
right.
thought about it. I was like, man, give that goddamn mic. You ain't got to be in the damn
man
camera.
twice. I said, hey, man, you want to get on? I said, nah, I'm good. I said, man.
Next time, we just going to pass you the fucking mic. You going to sit over there.
It's okay. But, hell yeah. No, it's okay. DB, we love you, man. But next time that happens, Travis gonna get right here because I knew the Shedeur shit was gonna get him. But
I do it too.
But no, man. We appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate y'all supporting us. We appreciate y'all getting in, laughing. Tell us what you feel about the Shedeur stuff in the comment section, or let us know in the Instagram. However you follow us, just let us know. Show love. Again, I am your host, KQ Dog, and we out. Bye.